Alright, first shot of the game for the Spurs. We can see that patented double drag they like, especially bringing Shet into the action. So we've got Shea matched up with Stephon. I think that's the same as how it's been all series. Now obviously Shet, he's going to look to hedge. It's a great hedge. And right here, Shea actually goes over the screen. So that's a really good hedge because now you reroute Stephon really wide. I think most times he would just hit that pop. But now he can't. Does Shea have to go over? I guess. Doesn't really matter in this situation because, again, we've got him rerouted wide. And he can actually turn the corner here because he went over. So he's really behind. If you just take that second screen right now, you could probably get downhill, force hard to react, make that high rotation. Now he's slipping down the gut. Not sure why, because if you see this, right, he's going to hedge and he goes over. Got all this space on that second screen on the clear side. But now you slow down, you pretty much pull your dribble back. And now Shea's there, he's obviously going to go under. Really good job here by Zay, you can see. He's going to release, allow him to go under one. And now it turns into a rescreen. And now he's looking to go middle. And of course, Shea's going to go under again. Could he not still attack this clear side? So on the tween, Hezi, I guess if he goes back, because both of them are on the inside of the screen, they could both just jump that. So I don't know if the reject's there. But I wouldn't be mad at it because you've got all this space. You going middle, you're just attacking the three side. Let's say he crosses back, forces them both to react. Even if you're trapped here, they're not going to trap him because they don't want to allow him to roll. They're more concerned about this roll line. But regardless, alright, so you go middle, quick little stun at the nail, quick spray. I don't know how I feel about that pull. I can see why, because right here he can see Lou pulled in help. But if he's going to go under again, and you know right here, this is not bad that he's going middle because now you give, in theory, you give Wemby that roll line on the clear side. So if he's able to, then he's wide open. There's no taggers. But right here, he sees him going under. Hart's out of position. He's trying to give space for Shea to shoot that gap. I don't know why he picks his dribble up here. Because why don't you get to that pocket? Because even here, worst case scenario, you draw two, you still make that spray. The line is still there and it's probably a better shot. But I think you should try and get downhill here. And if you can engage Hart again, now that roll's there, you just throw it up. But right here is kind of an early get off. And then even here, 14 on the clock. Did you have to pull that? Because that's not even a good shot. He can obviously recover very fast. Right here, I think you got to flow into a second screening action. And they're pretty good at playing first side, second side, and that side-to-side play. There's a reason they have multiple ball handlers, right? So now you just have to have them empty out, get to that weak side. Right here, even Vassell, you can empty out and get to that weak corner. Have Stephon there, or Stephon right now, just loop, get to that weak side. And then again, have Wemby get back into another screening action. Because right here, I don't know how I feel about that shot to start the night. Now you get a stop, and this is where they're dangerous when they get to push. You can see a two side here, two running wide, three behind the play. So they've got numbers here. But obviously, this is what they want to play. Quick pitch back to the trailer. He can't make it. And then right here, so we've got Wemby. He was running, diving down the gut. So what does that mean? That preoccupies Zay and Shet because they don't want to give up the O board or any chance of a lob. And now we've got McCain here. He's actually checking. He sees it. He scans. Now he's going to put a body on Fox, but he doesn't really here. Pretty unlucky bounce too. Strong miss. Bounces to the nail. Quick touch pass. Pump. Flyby. Swing. I can't be mad at this flyby here. Because you do want to run Champagne off the line and force him to put the rock down. I don't even know if he had to swing it that fast. I think you get all the way downhill, so if he peels, it's a late peel for Shet right here to Vassell because he just made that flyby. Because now he's on his back foot. It'd be a longer closeout or a slower closeout, I should say. So clearly nothing happened. I think what happened was he drove, Lou was there, he swung it, Lou got back, and maybe McCain, or it was either Champagne drove, Lou pulled in, but then McCain actually took him. Because McCain was on that weak wing. I did see him rotating in. Regardless, obviously nothing transpired. So what do? Quick pitch to Fox, but now you can just switch that. It's a great screen too. But now because Lou's there and he's low, cut that off, meet him at the point of attack, and now great read though. Right here, nothing. Immediately swing it. Now you've got that two-man game. You can empty out to that strong corner. Now you play your second side. So now we've got Stefan. He's looking for it, but again you can see Shea. He's looking to go under, and at the same time, Wemby's actually looking to release and slip, but Hart's already there, so there's no way he can slip. And Shea actually just ends up going over because of Wemby looking to slip here. And now it's looking like a rescreen. And so now Stefan, alright, there's nothing there. Let me reject it, get middle. Hezzy, one dribble, spin back, drop dribble, loses the rock. Definitely not the right read. This is a really good job by the Thunder because I can see right here, McCain is not pulled in for some reason. And that's pretty unlike the Thunder and the Spurs, and the Knicks actually. Their low man is always pulled in early. Because in case Wemby does slip through here, let's just say, if he came off that, Wemby actually set a screen, he cleans up Shea, he can't go under, Hart's forced to show, and he slips through, it's a lob because he would be very late. I don't know why he's so hugged to Champagne here. He should be at minimum lane line or above the restricted. But regardless, obviously it doesn't work out. And then right here, this is a little confusing because now Stefan, he's going to reject it. He attacks, but now you see Lou plugging low and stunting at the nail. So why doesn't he just swing it? Because now he's trying to go back and counter Shea and open him up with a spin. But right here, I don't know what Wemby's doing either. Because the first screen, you try to slip, nothing happened. This rescreen, Stefan decides to reject. You just have to vacate and pop it. Or right here, once he makes his move, just replace. It turns into a drive and replace. Fill behind. But he just stands in the lane here. If he tries to take this screen, it's just a snug ball screen. He's going to come off. He's going to see a crowd. And you're still probably not going to have a roll line. So I'm not sure what's going on here. And obviously Stefan, once he recognized it, it was the rock. And even here, trust the pass. 5 on the clock, just get off it. Swing that back up top. Allow him to attack that closeout and see what he can do. If he pulls in and stunts, quick swing to the weak corner, but this is just too congested. So he misses here. He'll get it, but then he actually steals it back because shit, I don't know what he's trying to do. Quick get off, but he's poaching that anyway. Just dribble. And him looking for the quick outlet. Fox just comes from his blind side, quick steal, and now your defense is flattened, and guess what? This is just 3 trailers. This is a rhythm shot. What? quick pitch, trailer. Most times he's just pulling that. No hesi. But he actually hesitates here. And even here, Fox just has to clean up shit. Don't allow him to make that. Get in front of him. But he actually hesitates. Because Fox does kind of force Shet to go wide here. So I think he would have gotten a clean look, but he's actually going to take it as a ball screen. Then he's looking to lob. I guess that works out too, because now we've got Zay behind. He was trailing. He's going to cut through right down the gut. Shea has to take him. And obviously there's nothing Shea can do. He's on his high side. Quick lob. But that's a terrible lob. Look how low that is. If you throw that bitch all the way up, anywhere around the rim, Wemby's getting that. But if you throw it low, now he's got to bring the rock down. And then because he has to bring the rock down, Shea's able to get it out of his hands. Might have been a foul. But that's a terrible lob. But I think there were multiple times where the Spurs just threw a terrible lob, and it's crazy because he should be the easiest target of all time. So now we got Stephon. Maybe quick small to small. Quick little step up. Get a switch because Shea was on him. Maybe it's a late switch because now he's attacking his lead. Almost like a closeout. So now, obviously, J-Mac, he can't really open up. He's got the sideline. So right here, Shet's low man. He's got to rotate. He's got really deep, though. Reverse. Hit the corner. No X. It's a great look. But right here, Shet, he's kind of late. Why is that? So he's checking. I'm not sure why. Because Zay's already got a body on Wemby. And you already pulled all the way off of Champagne anyway. Maybe he just doesn't read in time. But obviously because he's late, Stephon, big hop step. And really good job here by Wemby. Because instead of sitting in the dunker, he could actually pin his own. And then Stephon could skip that to the weak corner. But I like the fact that he's not staying in the same line. Just loop around, give him that drop off. Because now you take away Zay. Zay has to follow you on that flash. He's kind of late too, so he could definitely hit it. But then right here you can see Lou, he's not ready to X. Yeah, he's just ball watching. Because if he wasn't, he would know to shift low, sink right there, and be ready to play too. But right here, Shet does the right thing, even Zay does, but then even here, no extra effort. Quick pitch, get a rescreen, he's going to go over, he's going to release and slip, but now he's up. So Wemby's forced to contain the rock, stick up, let's see, pockets right here. Hit the pocket, J-Mac, hit the pocket, nope, you try to get downhill, beat Wemby when he's up already, now you get bumped, you try to spray it off a live dribble. Really tough pass, especially because he can't see it. And right here, it's the right idea, but obviously the execution's off. I don't know why he tried to race Wemby here and beat him as he's turning the corner, because even if he beats him, that's such a difficult finish. You've got to go inside hand. Wemby's probably going to pin that. So I think he should have hit the pocket. Even though Vassell's poaching here at the nail, you hit the pocket. If he stunts or reaches, quick swing to Shet, and now you play that weak side. If he tries to fall back or fan out, you attack that closeout, you engage him, swing to Lou. This is a little bit forced. Even here, Champagne, he doesn't even know where Lou is. Fans out to the corner, but because it's such a weak pass, can't get anywhere. Quick throw ahead, and again, so now immediate throw ahead, and Shea's just getting out sprinted here. And because Shea's getting out sprinted by Stephon, there's no way that should even happen. He was higher than Castle before they started sprinting. It's a lack of effort here, just jogging and shit. So now that forces Lou. He sees it. He knows, all right, shit, you take rock. I'll peel off onto that weak side. But now because he's got to cover Stefan, you create another two side here, 2-on-1. What's he going to do? Lay off. And as I've said, it's a trail tray. When it's them two, it's wet. And even here, Chet's in the same situation, putting his hands up. Why is there no cover? Why am I playing two? And this is a rhythm shot. I think that's why he got going. So now Hart's out. Jay Will, he's on him. Most times with this unit, I think the Thunder switch 1 through 4. They're pretty flexible with their switching. Alright, so he tried to drive. Nothing. Blue probably pulled in, stunt. Recovers. Flat. Can't attack. He's got to get off it. Swing it. Let's see. Swing it back. Swing it back. Alright, good. Because now you play side to side and you can flow into an immediate. Step up right here. And I see Jay Will. Instead of following Stefan out, he wants to stay low. So he points to Chet. So he wants Chet on the rock. And then he'll just drop. Alright, that makes sense. That's fine. Both bigs, doesn't really matter. Again, we've got Wemby. He's going to give a little push, I think. Yup, right there. And then slip out. Low man's not in. You just got to wait for the roll. But this is a really good job by Jay Will here because he's dropping. But you don't want him to turn this corner clean comfortably. I think in game 5, they were allowing him and Fox to just turn the corner clean and just eat up all that space against the drop. They were exploiting the hell out of it. So right here, even though he's in a drop, he's going to step out immediately and jam him. So it's not an easy pass. And then even right here, Chet, he doesn't overreact, doesn't chase, good discipline, get out. J-Mac pulling in as that low man. And now they're going to take away the roll. So there's no lob here. And that's actually probably why they did that pre-switch right here. Because maybe he's thinking, all right, we know we're going to switch this. Even though it's a drop, you're going to go with the roll. But let's say it's Chet here. Yeah, because then Chet would have had to take the rock. Or they could both just sandwich Wemby. But if this pre-switch was because they knew that he would just take the rock and end up switching it pretty much, and you take away the slip so that there's no lob, that's really smart. And now he reads the low man. Stefan's actually really good at this. He's very good at reading the low man. He sees that now J-Max in a two-way. He tries to spray it to that weak corner. Line's a little difficult because the spacing is kind of, it's not terrible, but it's an easy shoot for J-Mac. That's really dangerous. Just butterfingers. Can't get a hand on it. He gets to the 50-50. Now you're behind. Defense is scrambled. Fake the spray. Ball fake. Float. And I don't know what is going on with Fox's touch, but I feel like he's been smoking a lot of floats and lays. That's very makeable for him, but I don't know what his percentage is on those. So now we got Stefan looking for a two-man game. 15 on the clock. I'm not sure if they already got a ball screen or went to one. And then maybe he rejected it or nothing happened. So looking for a rescreen. Right here I can see Lou already pulled in. The best defensive teams are always compact with their shell. Gotta shrink the floor. Knicks do it. Spurs do it. Thunder do it. Be there early so that nothing is a surprise. But now he's going to pull out his dribble, which is the right thing to do because obviously he can't really attack the gaps there. And there's really nothing they can do. No ball screen. J-Max actually trying to go under. But right here, Jay Will does not want to release Wemby because he wants to stay attached. Do not give him an easy roll. And you can see the Thunder just don't respect Stefan, gapping him crazy. So there's nothing here. He realizes, all right, let me just swing it to that strong corner because Champagne kind of lifts here. And then it's a quick rip and go. Shit kind of reacts here. he kind of jumps it, which is not that bad because you want to close the gap. Don't give him that shot. But now you stick up, you close, and the way you close with your lead, you're forced to open up off that rip. So now you can attack that lead. Now you're forced to open up, and that gap between them, as we always see, or at least I always see, player's going to use that space and get a big body bump. Boom. Push him off, get him on his heels, and finish over top. And if we're being honest, Shet struggles to contain the rock. I know Keldon had a big body bump against him in this game too, but if you go back to the regular, Keldon had his number the entire series. Shit was ridiculous. As good as Shet is as a low man and as a help defender, on the rock, I don't think players are scared of him. And this is why. They can just give him a big body bump, and he's always just on his heels. I think the issue here is he's taking it to the chest. And yeah, he was kind of flat-footed. If he jumps with that body bump and jumps back, maybe he doesn't absorb as much contact. He can stay balanced, but right here you can see he's on his tippy toe. Nothing he can really do. And I think the reason Lou didn't want to help is because he's probably thinking, you got that, right? So now he's looking for a quick drag. Wemby's on him, but right here, he's looking to attack middle. But everybody's running wide because Shea, they want to give you the clear side. So I don't know why he's rejecting it. You try to attack, and obviously because nobody's filled yet, and your spacing isn't set up yet, not Champagne. Vassell can just stun for free right there. Low to the ball early, so now you reject, which is fine. Drop dribble. But Stephon is still there, and again, because he was looking to set that quick step up / drag, he can just low to the ball for free, so you got to spray here. But again, you try to split. And as I've said all series, Shea just trying to attack and punch these gaps and split, it's just not working. And this is what keeps happening. You keep running into two, and you keep losing the rock, and that's a great save. Holy shit. He even got beat bad here. And that spin drop dribble, Stephon's able to just... He steps on Vassell's foot too. Right there. And he's still able to swivel and open up his hips and slide with Shea. Even if Wemby wasn't here, let's just say losing that deep wing and Wemby doesn't really pull in, or he's not plugging low right here, Stephon would still be sliding with Shea. That's just how ridiculous of a defender he is. Real lockdown. Real straitjacket. And then even here, just recovering it and then immediate throw ahead. 3 behind. You've got 2 running wide. You've created another 2 side. Hit the trail. Immediate push. You've got 2. Swing it back to that 2 side. Late close. And he lines up another Tracy. Again, these 2 sides that they find. Shet again in the same situation. What do? Right? You jump out. It's a swing. He can even rip and go. Quick dunk. Or just catch and pull. And then he gets to line another one up. On the wing too. That's his shot. I think this was off a throw ahead. Can't remember, but obviously the Thunder are not set at all. 2 jump in. Quick swing to that weak wing. 3 react. Stay right there. Come on, Champagne. It's not bad. He ends up cutting through and empty out to the strong corner. But I'm pretty sure he could have just sat right here. On that pump, sit right there, catch, you finish, quick 2. I don't know if he had to run all the way to that strong corner. Because right here, 2 jump out, and even here, Shet. After containing the rock, you can see Shet has no idea where Champagne is now. He turns around, now he sees it, but obviously he's not going to make that closeout. So I think had he just stayed there, Wemby would have seen him on that flyby. Quick flash. Alright, quick drag on that clear side. That's pretty good. Alright, J Will's pretty ready. Queso's pretty ready. He sees it, but then you can see Stefan. Quick cross, reject. He set it up too. Hezzy, cross. Now you force Queso to open up. He can't. You've got him behind on your hip, and now all you've got to do is keep him there. He's actually looking to pop. And I can see why, because if Wemby were to push off and try and roll here, you've got 3 taggers, right? 1, 2, 3. So the roll probably isn't right. He exploits the drop, gets all the way to the rim. That works out. No, I forgot he smoked that. That's crazy, because right here, J Will, you can see he's going to stab at it, and it's actually just because he wants to recover. And I think he's also thinking, all right, Caruso should be there. But what is Caruso communicating? Telling oh, so he wants Shed to be the low man. I see. That does make sense. But why is he communicating it now? You've got to have that established right here. As that's transpiring, yo, shit, get low. Quick pre-switch, but they just didn't communicate it. And they dodged this bad. When does that ever happen? That's insane. Quick get off. Push. You can see right here he's looking for that quick drag. And Champagne's actually going to set it flat. Actually looks like he's flipping it. So it ends up turning into a flip, which is really nice, because you can see right here Caruso, he jumps it. So now you're out of position. Great flip here. And Stefan's going to set him up with that hard drive right. Stop on that anchor. Wrap. But he kind of throws it behind him, because his momentum on that step is taking him forward because of how aggressive it is. It's almost like a jab. So now when you wrap, you kind of put it behind you. And Caruso almost gets a hand on that. No, he does get a hand on that. So Caruso reads it and actually gets a hand on it, deflects it. Now it's loose. You try to recover it, pull it back. Nope, you're stumbling. The Rock is fumbling. He's getting hit all over. Holy shit. And then Caruso gets to it. That was a really good screen too. So now we got Dill Harp on the Rock. Quick swing. So he's flashing at the elbow? Really? Oh yeah, alright, I see why. They want to go to a pin down for Wemby. I was going to say. But right here, let's see. So you've got Shea, he's on Champagne, and you can see Fox, I think he made that quick entry. Now he's going to look to cut through MTO. And really good communication, I can already see. He's going to communicate, yo, Caruso, you get out on Keldon. I'll be low man. So now he's high, he's low. Good job on that little pre-switch right there. Wait, they're not looking for a pin down. Wait, what? Alright. Because right here, as he's cutting through, I thought they were setting up a pin down, but I guess they don't really set it on that right side. They like it on that left side, from the curl off and get to his right. Alright, I guess. So now he actually just cuts through. Champagne's actually looking at that strong side. And you can see this pre-switch. So now he's high, he's behind. He's just going to pitch. Yeah, so now you pitch. He's looking to go under 2, but Shea just reads it. I'll just switch instead. Wow, I was going to say Caruso. Queso, great awareness here, because this is a really good read by Dill Hart. As he's emptying out, he knows this is the low man. So what's he do? Puts a body on Shet so he can't make that low rotation to protect the rim. So then Queso reads it, and he realizes, honestly, he might be low man anyway. Because he would lift in this situation, he's going to empty out, probably sit at that dunker or weak corner. So he would technically be low man, but regardless, he reads it. Instead of just following, what does he do? He's going to lag, stay there. Shea gets beat. But now you're there to clean up and get a really good contest. I mean, Shea, come on. You can't be that much of a cone. You see, you slide your feet, big shoulder dip, and you get beat. This is dangerous because if Keldon gets to that spot, he loves to go off too, and most times he's finishing. But Queso, he meets that really high. 21 on the clock. They're definitely looking to push pace. In the immediate flare and transition, you can see it for Wemby. Because right here, Jay Will's thinking, yeah, I can load to the ball for free, provide support early, but now you're susceptible to that flare. And most times, Champagne's the recipient. He's the beneficiary of a Cornet flare. But their guards are so good at reading these two for Wemby. And you can see even Shea, he's not expecting it. He's out of position. Now he's getting cleaned. Catch. One dribble swing. Did you have to swing it? You bite on that closeout lob. Punch on top. It worked out, but what is Shea doing? Why are you on Keldon? Why? Just close out flat. Don't allow him to attack you and just run him off the line by staying flat. If he shoots it and he makes it, he makes it. But you gotta stay flat. And then what happened here? Champagne, yeah, he's just digging his shoulder in. Good elbow. Great screen. They're not calling that shit. Quick rip and go. I thought Wemby was going to get to the rim here, but he's actually going to stunt. Shea actually reads it. Yeah, they do manage to plug that. So he is forced to swing it. But then right here, as he's recovering, why are you overreacting to Keldon Johnson? Now your first line's compromised. Shea's got to take Wemby. There's no help. And guess what? As soon as he sees that, lob, he's got the seal. And that's a good lob. You just have to throw it high. Anywhere high, he'll catch. Push. Immediate step up. You can see that right there. Trying to bring Shea into the action early. And right here, Caruso actually checks the weak side. Not sure why. Maybe he's afraid of a trailer or something. Everybody's running wide. Quick step up on that clear side. So now he's kind of surprised by it. Now he's turning his head and realizes, oh, it's there. I gotta shoot that. Tries to chase over. Good job by Shea though. He's ready. So high cross by Fox. He's looking to burst. But Shea, yeah. He's there. He can pull over. But now you got two on the rock. I don't think they want to switch it. So they jam him. They force him off it. Hit him on the pop. But now on the catch. Because Shea was jamming right here. He's now behind. Can't recover. And I can see right here, Cornet. He does the right thing. What does he do? Seals. Pretty much a Gortat right here. So now you take him away. It will open up the lane. Runway, quick punch. But right here, why don't they help? He's not looking to stunt. Kenrick. He's not looking to pull in either. I guess I kind of understand Kenrick because even though he's low man, I don't know if I'd want to have him pull in either and give up that spray line to Vassell. So if Carter gets here, you pull in, you give up that spray line. I think Case would be late to X. But right here, I'm pretty sure Queso and Shea can just peel. Because Queso right here, he checks, he sees his man. Just peel. Take the rock and allow Shea to peel off onto Harper. Because even if Shea's late here, it's fine. You can give up that spray line to Harp. And if he shoots and makes it, he makes it. But I think I'd rather see that than him getting a runway for a quick punch. So another early attack. 12 on the clock. Maybe not. But looking to get downhill. So let's see. He gets downhill. But now he's stuck. Because Hart's there. Hart doesn't really help up though. He's kind of under the rim. He's not really committed to the rock. So maybe he's trusting Caruso to recover. And then there's no drop off because he's not really helping up, and Shea's already cracking early. So there's nothing they can really do here. So now he's going to try and counter, drop, dribble, spin. But Caruso, he's able to slide, open up, jam him. Good job by Hart. Just lift, take away Queso, give him all that space. Honestly, Queso could just stunt. You can dig at that. Just get one in for free and then fall back. But he doesn't. So now let's see. Pump fake. Get him to bite. He's vertical. Adjust. Look for the step through. That does make sense because right here, Cornette's going to put a body on Hart. So he's going to seal him under the rim. But there's no drop off. So really he's just opening this up and he's occupying two because Shea's still staying attached. Not sure why. Maybe because he realizes Hart probably can't get a contest on that if he goes for this step through on the up and under. So because Hart can't and he just beat Caruso, I probably have to. But now he reads it, hits him, steps back, and he trays. So this whole time, Bryant was looping, which is right. He was actually going to cut off the wing here. But if he did, Fox hits him, quick little drop off, it's congested. So he actually does the right thing. Backpedals and just spots up. I think this was off a make. Now you see he's going to pick you up and try to get sweet. And this is what the Spurs have to stop doing. Trying to be sweet, especially in that backcourt. Going for a tween in front of Queso. Dude's a thief. That's lunch money every time. Give me that. Quick snatch, set you up. You're able to actually open up though. Because his feet come together here. Looks like he's stuck. Cross back, but he's there. Get a contest, he smokes it, but then you give up that O board. Yeah, this was unnecessary. Either get off it or just be smart about it. So now we've got last shot of the first. 7 on the clock. Going back to their two-man game. High ball screen. Defense flying. I'd probably rather see Fox in this as Castle, but it's whatever. So right here, first screen, you can see, obviously he's going to go under. No rescreen. He's just going to release here? Why not just get a rescreen? 5'8"? So you just get it to him, kind of turns into a pop here. But now, what is he supposed to do? I think he checks the clock here. Yeah, I think he takes a quick peek. 5 on the clock now. Try and take him off the dribble. And you can see Queso. He does the right thing. Plug low. Load up. Be ready to help. Tween, cross. Hezzy, cross. Step back. And right here. No respect for that line at all. Tough fade from deep. Really bad miss. Now is the start of the second. I can tell by this formation. Probably a quick pistol. Yeah, Wemby is going to flare off. Champagne at the same time. Dill Harp immediately looking to attack Caruso. No time wasted. Tween. Hezzy. Wrap. But same as Stefan. He does it the exact same way where he's Hezzy. Looking to attack aggressively. And then on that step, he's looking to counter with a wrap. But because his momentum's kind of taking him forward as he wraps, it's kind of behind him the same way it was when Stefan did it. So now he's going to try and pull the rock to him. So now there's nothing. Caruso's there. He can open up, slide, cut that off. And now you try to counter with a spin, drop, dribble. But you can't. Oh, he loses it right there. Yeah, the rock comes loose right there. but you retrieve it, and then right here on that tween, he just reaches, gets to it. You just can't be sweet against the Thunder. The same way Shea can't be sweet against them, they can't be sweet against the Thunder. Too many lockdowns. It's lunch money. You push, tween, quick cross court, you gamble, uh-oh. Now you got a two side. Of course, you draw him as soon as he's engaged. Hit him on the drop off. Signature float. On the sideline, too, is crazy. Look how high that bitch is, too. Quick push, let's see. Quick drag. He's going to set it pretty flat. Again, Wemby's going to hold him. Try and give him a little shove. Stephon Hezi, tween, he's going to reject because now he's out of position at the same time. They're not really in position yet. And at the same time, the Thunder aren't really set. So now, okay, so he sees it. He's going to pull in. Good stunt. He's forced to pick the rock up. Even here, J-Mac does the right thing. Don't just blindly follow. Lag just in case he splits that. You're there because J-Will obviously doesn't want to leave Wemby's body. Force him to pick the rock up. You're able to fan out. Almost get a deflection. That was dangerous. Because he fans, he bounces, and he's thinking Fox is going to drift here. But Fox wants to hold a high line, thinking he's going to spray. He can go and catch. But he's thinking Fox is going to drift to that spot in the deep wing. Bounce, really dangerous right there. Because Queso reads it, almost gets a deflection with his back turned. Immediate touch pass here. Oh, I see. Honestly, I'm pretty sure Barnes, instead of cutting through and vacating and giving that spot up to Champagny, just set a pin in. Pin your own, and J-Mac would be late to close because now he'd have to go under, try to shoot over. If he shoots over and he swings it, you rip base. If he goes under, he's coming off like an exit, and he's right there. And then obviously Shea can't do anything because he'd be pinned. But instead of that, he actually just cuts through. Actually confuses Shea and J-Mac here because they don't even realize he just cut through. But Fox already swung it. I'm pretty sure instead of touch passing, if he allows this to transpire, hold it, he can just flash right there under the rim, high line. They botched that. But it works out anyway. Because of that lag, and right here, he's kind of on his back foot because he sees his man cutting through. But then he also sees that he's there. He's trying to check, where's J-Mac? Inadvertently screens his own. Quick little brush. That's all the space he needs to pull. It's crazy. 6 on the clock. And now they're actually looking for a pin down. I don't know why it took a quarter, but pin down's a pin down, I guess. And then right here, Champagny, what a screen right there. Absolutely cleans J-Will. Yeah, there's no chance of him getting through that. He's actually forcing J-Will to spin off just to recover. But right here, you can see J-Mac does the right thing. He's out there. Give a big bump, little shove, force a far catch. And now you allow J-Will to recover. Yeah, I'm fine with him releasing that because he's done his job. Create a separation. But then J-Mac, he also does his job. Essentially a hedge. So now he's just going to vacate, pop it. But now he gets back. You get matched up again. Which is kind of fine because now you can just get him on an elbow catch. Kind of the same alignment as the last time he had it at the elbow. But this is a little better for the Thunder because Shea's the low man in this situation. Yeah, because he was on Barnes. Fox was emptying out. Barnes is actually looking for this exit right here. But Fox, he loops around. I'm pretty sure Fox If he sees this exit, you can just sit right there in that deep corner. Turns into a pin in. But doesn't really take it, I guess. Yeah, Barnes is definitely looking for it. You can still drift. Deep corner. Because now shit has to make a decision. Do I honor that, or do I stay at the lane line, ready to rotate in case he drives? But I guess he's not really looking for it. And then right here, Queso, he does the right thing. Load to the ball, just load up crazy. Sit right there, plug right at the nail. And now Wemby's got to make a decision. Do I attack, or do I make the right pass? But again, the Thunder are willing to live with this line. They don't care if they spray it. One dribble, pull. Oh, that was late clock. That was really late. Oh, he had 2 seconds to decide. So once he caught it here at the nail, 4-3 about that. By the time this transpires, 3 on the clock. Quick little rip. He's kind of taking a while to decide. You've already got a shooter here. J-Mac's not going to do anything. But I know he's reading the low man. But I don't think you should allow Shet threatening as a low man and making that rotation to stop you from attacking that single side. Because now he just kind of takes too long. Pump, jab, one dribble, don't really create separation. Tough pull over top. Let's see, 18 on the clock, early offense. More elbow catch? No, not another one. So they're just going to flow into a two-man game. Which is fine too. Defense is flattened right now. Let's see. Comes off. Great clean right there. Wemby's going to step out. Clean him up. He's in a drop. And this is pretty good. And this is really good spacing by Vassell and Fox, because right here you can see Fox, he's going to cut through, empty out, because as he sees this happening, you want to give him that single side for the roll line. And right here, Vassell does the right thing. He's already looking to shake. So he's going to lift. He's going to drop. He's cleaned up. This should be a perfect lob. But actually, Caruso also does the right thing. So instead of just blindly following him and emptying out to that strong side, what does Caruso do? He lags, because he knows what's going to happen. If he follows blindly, Shet's now forced to make that single side tag, and it's very difficult because you've got Vassell lifting and you've got Wemby rolling. Both lines are very dangerous, so you have to stay and provide support on that weak side. So really good job. Good awareness. Antennas are up. Because right now you can see Stephon, he's looking to hostage him as he's looking to recover and engage him. They can just veer this actually. Which they kind of... No, they don't. Queso should just veer this, because he's already committed to the rock. Just stay attached to Wemby. Make the lob as difficult as possible. But there's actually no lob because, again, Caruso did the right thing, so he's there because he knows, alright, now we've got two taggers. And even here, Shet does the right thing. Instead of following Vassell on that lift, he's actually checking right here, and he knows this is more dangerous. I've got to stay low and pull in and be ready. But he actually doesn't. So fortunately, Caruso's there. And maybe he's thinking, alright, Caruso's there, he can take it, I can now get out and take away this spray line. But you can see Stephon doesn't even see it. He comes off, I think he's tunneled on this roll line because he sees it's going to be a single side. But as he's looking to read it, he realizes, no, he's here. So we've got 4 on that weak side. That means we've got to have an advantage on the strong side. But to me, he's got to see this. Right? You see, alright, nothing on that roll line. Allow him to lift and fill behind and hit him on a throwback, because look how late Shet would be. He's on his heels right now. His back foot. If he just allowed this, even reverse pivot, right there, that's a great look. But he's already looked it off. Not sure why Queso's committing to the rock here, because he could have just veered it. keep a body on Wemby, because this does nothing here. Now he's reading it. And even here, Keldon, you either lift or set that exit. Look at J-Mac. He's ball watching. Get in there, set that exit, and allow Fox to just exit. Lift right here. Give him that line. You just have to clean him up. Or even here, actually. Instead of just cutting all the way through and looking for the exit, flash right in that strong dunker. Because now J-Mac wouldn't even know where he is. Because you can see he has no idea that Fox is there. So you just sit in that dunker, drop off, bounce, quick finish. Nobody on that weak side would be able to rotate. So you either set the exit for Fox to come off of, or Fox just flashes in that strong dunker. Nothing happens. Stefan's confused. He's telling Keldon, yo, get out. And here, Fox is telling him to lift. Which would make sense because if you lift, now J-Mac has to play too. So there's 3 ways to play it. You lift, you fill, and he plays 2, you swing. Or you sit the exit, he comes off. Or you just sit there and flash strong dunker. Because again, he's just not aware of where Fox is. He doesn't check his blind spot at all. Kind of works out because he still doesn't know. He cuts through, takes him away. But to me, if you're gonna... Honestly, I guess... No, you can't be mad at that. Wide open. You can see J-Mac. He doesn't even... He's... He's dumbfounded. He's saying, where did he come from? But I still think... It works out, but I still think right here. It's got to be that. Easy to. Look at that. Quick drag. Giving the Thunder a taste of their own medicine. This is a Thunder's patented play right here. Quick drag, early switch. Bring that ass here. And on a clear side. This is the Shea's specialty. But right here, we've got it for Fox. J-Mac's forced to switch. In and out. Oh my goodness. Spun his ass around. And now he's trying to recover. Swivel. Nope. Dip of the shoulder. Cut off his recovery line by going inside. So he's going to use that gap. Instead of a big body bump, he'll just cut off his line. Shed rotates, pump, collapse, swing, attack the close. Too little, tough finish. So right here, once he beats J-Mac, pump, Shed actually does the right thing. He doesn't bite. He kind of does right here, but not too much to where he's fully in the air. And that's really disciplined because most shot blockers, when they're making that low rotation, they're almost always going to bite because they just want to get a block. But he stays disciplined, pump, and right here, if he left his feet, you can see Fox, he's looking to initiate contact and get to the line. But now as he's going up, oh, he doesn't bite. There's nothing here. And even here, this is over helping now. Because he pulled all the way off from up top. And now you just got to make the read. He's got to play 2. Lay X. He tries to recover. And again, you can see Shed. He actually does the right thing here. Closes flat. Maybe a bit too much. But he's going to attack your lead. And I can see why he's closing out this way. Because you want to force a middle. But he's not going to go middle here. He's going to catch. Quick rip. Go base. You can't open up. You try to slide. He tight ropes. Gets by you. J-Mac. Now he's forced to make rotation. I was going to say, is there a drop off? No. Because I thought Caruso was going to read this. But he actually reads a drop off, which is the right thing. So if he does try and hit him here on that drop off, he can probably just shoot that. Or just take that away. But he's under the rim. There's nothing he can do. He's too little. So another 2-man game. And Shea's actually going to go over here. Not sure why. I guess he doesn't see it at all. So he's thinking, alright, I'm good. I'm still gapping him. but you're actually way too close. I'm not sure if J Will's communicating it. Let's see. He might be. I'm not really sure, but he seems surprised by it. Because as soon as he feels it, he's going to immediately react. Because you should always go under at least one against Castle. So if he was ready, he'd already be opened up, ready to shoot that gap and meet him. Let's say Wemby releases and slips his screen, and he runs into him and he can't recover, then you just have him veer it. And it'd be fine in this situation for Shea to switch on to Wemby because you can see he's going to be rolling on that side of 2. So you've got Lou and you've got Shet as a low man ready tag. So he'd be fine. You just take ball, you take all that support. Because if you allow him to turn the corner clean and J-Mac helps up, overreacts, now it's a swing to that strong corner. And you don't want to give that up to Vassell. But right here, he's going to slip, look to roll. He's kind of behind. Right here, J Will. You can see he's kind of showing. He's engaged, trusting his backside, and Chet does the right thing. He's pulled in. And I think he's trying to communicate with Tolu. Yo, be ready to play too. Because he's going to pull in and be the tagger, but he's also going to kind of make that tag. You see he steps in for a bit, even though Chet's got it covered. And now you can kind of see there's 2 on the rock unnecessarily because Shea decided to go over. And again, they could have just veered it. So he'd be on Wemby right now. He'd be on Castle. He'd be on Wemby. And right here, Lou, he kind of tags too. Harp does the right thing. He's going to lift, provide the shake, but he's not really threatening. Swing. He's going to close out. Uses the space between them for a big body bump. And then a big dunk. Harp does the right thing here. And again, Shed also does the right thing. He's going to close out, stick up. But I think this is the 3rd time where he's gotten beaten off the dribble on a closeout by Keldon. Because he kind of closed out, but he's kind of wide on his low side, which I can kind of understand because you want to force a middle where help is. But even if he were to drive base, I'm pretty sure he would just run into Wemby because he's flashing and looking for a duck in right at that dunker on the low block. Regardless, quick catch, quick go. He's on his heels. He can't stop his momentum. And because he's wide, what does Keldon do? Use that space and gap between them for a big body bump. Not sure what happened here, but 10 on the clock. They try to go to a 2-man game. Not sure, but you definitely don't want him on the rock. He's got to get off it. No? What is Wemby calling for? 8 on the clock. You could still get to this second side, though. Swing, play his 2-man game. But no. So Vassell empties out to that strong. Nothing here. He's going to drift. Hit him. He tries to fan out. Really bad pass, though. What is that? Overthrew that. And kind of butterfingers by Dill Harp, but I don't think Dill Harp expected it. Hezzy, he's going to skip it, which is the right thing to do, but he also kind of throws it behind Dill Harp. And I see why he's skipping it, because he can see he's loading up and he's plugging low, so you just want to get it off, catch it, quick stampede. But right here, he kind of panics. And instead of leading Dill Harp to the deep wing or the slot, he's throwing it behind. Yeah, it is. So he's looking to drift, you can see, just by that step. But because he's behind him, he'll stop right there, reach back, can't get a good hand on it, just fumbles it. It's pretty bad. Because if he does get it, even here, I think Wemby's a little late on this ducking. You can see now he's looking, but he's already made up his mind. He sees two. So that had to be a little earlier if he wanted that quick flash for the ducking. Let's see, flare him. Was this off that misaligned horns? It might have been. Where he cuts through, quick horns out, misaligned where he starts there. Flare him off, no wing entry. That's all fluff. Now they want to get into their two-man game. And look at the way Hartenstein just putting a body. I'm staying attached. You're not going to screen for free. And now Shea does the right thing here. You see it, look to go under. You get under, stops in that pocket, makes the midi, but you have to live with that. Because let's say he goes over here. Now he's going to slip. He's going to roll. Zay might have to show for a split second. And in that split second, Wemby's already at the rim. Because Queso right here, he's not really ready to make that single side tag. He should be at least at the lane line, but he's not. Kenrick, he is pretty ready, but he's not really ready. And he's rolling towards that single side. 10 on the clock. Another two-man game on that clear side, but it's really not a clear side because you can see that the Thunder is shrinking the hell out of the floor. Queso's actually flooding it. He's already all the way over there. Why? Because if he's rolling on that clear side, it's going to be a lob, so he has to be there early. So really good job here. You can see he's pulled all the way over from that weak side. So now Dill Harp, he's at the dunker. So what does that mean? If he pulls over, now Lou's got to play too. And even here, good job by Kenrick. And this is why I said you have to have at minimum 4 players defending any ball screens that Wemby's involved in. Because if you don't, you're done. If you try to defend with just Shea and Hart, it's going to be a lob every time. So really good job. You're already there. Ready to take away that roll. You're here, plugging right at the nail so that he can't turn a corner. Because right here, I can see that Shea went over again. Not sure why. Maybe he just couldn't fight over it. Maybe he was surprised. But because he's going over, what does that mean? He's going to get behind on a play. Castle's going to look to hostage him, keep him on his hip, and that now forces Zay to have to contain the rock. So he can't just stay attached to Wemby. But luckily, again, we've got 4 defending. We've got Kenrick and Queso. So right here, he's trying to look for the lob, but realizes no, the low man's pulled all the way over to the strong side. That's crazy. And right here, he also sees, I've got nail help. If I hostage him, I'm still in between 3. And he tries to hit the dunker. That's a crazy pass because Lou's right there playing too. And the issue here is these two aren't stressing Lou. And I'm pretty sure Harp is kind of doing the right thing. He's sitting in that weak dunker. Well, there's 2 options, honestly. It's either you set that pin in for Keldon, deep corner, Stephon can skip that, or vice versa. Or Keldon, he cuts out the wing, flashes right there, so Stephon can hit him. If Lou helps up, it's a drop off or a lob to Harp. And he's got to make that because how would Harp make that? You've got to make that flash because him just standing here, I mean, Stephon could skip it, but I think it's a little harder. And again, he's always looking for the lob first. Once he assesses it and realizes, no, there's no way because we've got 4. They're flooding it crazy. Now he's going to look towards that weak side. But by the time he looks, he realizes this is the only option because he's going to try and do that little shadow flash right there. But Lou's sitting on it. He's poaching that. So Kellen's got to be right here, drop off, make him pay for flooding that strong side. And Stephon's very fortunate this is not a turnover. And again, I'm not even really blaming him for this because the others have to be in the spots to provide him with an outlet or a line when he's stuck. Because if you see him already in position and flooding it, why are you not already just looking to flash in pockets? To stress Lou. You just sitting here is for free. So let's see. Almost. Gets it stripped again. Hits him on that flash. Goes vertical. Kind of works out because right here he gets it back. And now they're both under the rim. But he's able to get out, go vertical, stop that. Kind of dodge it, honestly. But still, to me, spacing wasn't really right. So now more pace, probably a throw ahead. 20 on the clock. Clear side 2-man game. And now it's going to be Vassell on the rock. And I do like Vassell on the rock because he's comfortable. But he doesn't really get any more touches like this. Because most times it's going to be Stefan, Harp, or Fox. And he's much better on the spot up compared to them three. So that's usually what he's got to do. Right here he's got a touch. It's going to be a double drag actually. So he's going to slip the first one. And then he's going to slip the second one. I'm not sure how I feel about this double drag. Because now you're both just rolling to the same... Now it's awkward, see, because now... because when we wanted to roll... And right here, he can't really get a good hostage on Shea. Again, I don't know. I mean, in this situation, Shea should go over. Because if you go under, Stefan's going to come off. Wemby's going to clean him up. And he's going to pull that. So you actually have to go over here and concede the hostage. But right here, it's so awkward because Vassell has to wait for him to vacate. Keldon flowing into this double drag, I don't know why he did. Because he's not really popping. He's the second screener. If you cut through, you just cut off Wemby's line. So now he's thinking, all right, I just got to vacate. But you just brought in another defender for no reason. And he actually lags and contests. That's crazy. Come on, Keldon. Stefan does such a... I mean, not Stefan. Vassell does such a good job here. Because look at Shea. He's trying to recover so bad, but he reads it. Nope. Inward. I'm cutting off that recovery line. And he would have had a clean pull on this side step had Keldon not just flowed into that double drag and brought in Kenrick. Because he sees that Shea can't recover, so what does he do? Queso is actually looking to pull in. But he can just get a free contest now. And now you're vacating late, and what are you even doing now? Looking for a step up, small to small, clear side. So they want to get him a hunt. Bring Shea's ass up into the action. But in situations like this is why you brought in Fox. A vet guard who can steady the ship and make something happen. If you're going to look for a hunt, find it for Fox. Because we know he can play ones. Stefan, sure he can play ones, but he's at his best in ball screens with their bigs. Because in those traditional ball screens, most times, X4, X5, they're going to be in a drop. His man's almost always going to go under. And so if they do that, he comes off, he can pull in the mid-range for 2. If they go over, big still in a drop, he can exploit all that space, get to the rim. Or, again, if he engages the big, it's a lob. Obviously, it's been hard in this series because the Thunder are very good at shrinking the floor. But, yeah, I don't know how I feel about him hunting Shea here. Just doesn't really seem... And even here, Mitch Johnson's actually calling for it. Yeah, I don't know what they see in that. So right here, we've got Fox. Not sure, but right here, you can see Jay Will, he's already pulling in. So he's prepared for it. Because right here, I've seen him. He just 2-9'd. So now he's going to pull all the way over on that clear side, flood it, just in case. I'm just kind of surprised they don't pre-switch this so that Shet's the low man and have Jay Will play too. Regardless, it doesn't matter. He flips it. So Vassell flips it. Shay's kind of out of position now. Jab. You take it, but he jumps it. They switch. So maybe he should have rejected it right here. Instead of jabbing and taking it, maybe he should have ripped it and just attacked. Because now Shay's looking to jump it because he sees the flip. He's obviously looking to fight over. So if he rips and attacks base, he probably could get downhill, but again, we've got Jay Will. He's ready to rotate. But now you take it. I think Shay was actually looking to hedge because he usually does. That's why he jumps it. But it turns into an aggressive switch because Lou, he tries to fight. He can't. He sees Shay there and he pushes him far out. So it works out. So that's blown up. At the same time, I see Fox. I think he's calling for a flare. That's probably what it was. Because he sees his man loading. And because he's in help, he will be blindsided by this flare. And you can see Shet's ready to play too because he's expecting Jay Will to make that low rotation and flood that strong side. So this would be a really good flare because then you drift, you hit him. Shet would overreact. You either get an open look from deep or you can attack it. Play that weak side, right? And catch Caruso for being in help and loading up. But he doesn't. So now when he takes it, he's forced to now cut, take away the help. Caruso doesn't even see it. This right here, that hedge that turned into a switch, that was actually important because by pushing Castle back and far out and forcing him to pull that dribble back, he can't make that cut through. Let's say he comes off and he's able to turn a corner. This cut through would catch Caruso and Shay. So he could hit him right middle, and then you can play that backside. But because he forced him so far back and far out, he can't make that pass. Right? So now Caruso, he doesn't burn for being in help. He's going to empty out to that weak corner. Now he's able to follow it. And right here, Shet, he's even going to linger for a split second. Quick little lag. Because I think he wants to play too. Because if you jump that, he'll probably skip it. Maybe he wants to allow Caruso to get back to his man. Or read Caruso, because Caruso would just peel here. And you take Fox in this situation. But he waits it. Now you close. But you close out wide. Force a middle. That's fine. You're flat. But now, obviously, because you're wide, quick catch and go. He's going to use that space between the two for a big body bump. He actually absorbs it. Not really. Because he creates separation, but he's able to stay on his feet because I think right here, Jay Will puts a hand on him. Now you get the stick up, stay vertical. And the only option here, Lou, he's kind of overhelping. Lou should just deny the pass. But because he's ball watching, he peeks, kind of fans out. He's wide close. Definitely didn't have to give up that look. All he had to do was deny the pass. But because he was ball watching and trying to help, he didn't realize Vassell was all the way in that deep corner. But great defensive possession. And this is why I think you just got to go to him. If you're going to look for that hunt, find it for him. And Fox has to start making shots for him. 5 on the clock. Looking for an SOB. They're looking for that Bazemore, actually. Right here you can see Wemby's trying to screen Caruso here, but I think Stefan is just going way too early. He doesn't even allow Wemby to actually set a screen here. You can see he's already looking to go. Allow him to set the screen, clean Caruso up, set it on a nice angle for him to curl off. And most times in this situation, Hart, he'd probably be hugged anyway, trying to stay attached. But he doesn't really let Wemby set a screen. And Wemby's trying to slide and close that gap, but he can't. So now Caruso, he can stay attached, chase over. Hard, he actually provides support. But now he's on his back foot. So Wemby gets to pop it. Pretty good look. I don't know if Hart had to do that. Because Caruso's there. He's staying attached. And you've got Shea as a low man. Worst case scenario. Now he's got inside positioning. Loose ball foul. 13 on the clock. Getting to their two-man game. This has to be their bread and butter. Let's see. So he goes under. So it's definitely in the scouting report. Go under all of his ball screens too. Right here he can't. So now on the rescreen, I think he wants to go under. But he can't right here because of the angle that Wemby's setting it at. It's nice force to go over. Wemby's going to slip. J. Will's forced to engage, but you can already see, look at Kenrick. Already pulled in. So there's no roll line. He's there to take it away. So even if you have two on a rock, he's there. Put a body on Wemby, and there's nothing. I'm pretty sure right here, all Fox has to do is hostage. Because now lose on your high side, stay right there in that pocket. Keep J. Will engaged and keep him on his hip or your hip so that once he rolls, even though it's Kenrick and he's there early, maybe you still have a chance to throw it up. Because right here, little hezzy, now he's trying to exploit all that space, get deep, and you can't make that pass. If this is Stephon, he's going to hostage, or even there, Stephon, he could probably make that pass. Fox actually can't. Because right here, it's not that bad. They're only tagging it with one, and he's already got him ducked in under the rim. You just literally have to throw it up. He can tap that in too. Doesn't have to be a dunk. Now he's going to do a little high rip, adjust. Maybe he doesn't feel comfortable. Because maybe he sees Shea too, but Shea's playing too. Shea's not committed to the roll. He's going to be ready to X. He does the right thing here. Lifts all the way, because if he doesn't fill behind here on his lift, there's no way Fox can make that skip over to the weak corner. Now you get to attack his closeout, catch and go. You try to attack against his momentum. He's there though, so now you counter, force him to open up. Big gather, strong too. Tough float. If he gets back to his right, especially off a spin, and he's on two, it's tough. 11-7, last shot at the elbow. Obviously, more two-man game. Can they get a roll for him on that single side? Especially because it's going to be J-Mac and his Vassell. Let's see. Now Lou, he's going to look to go under. But again, look at the angle of the screen. There's no chance. He's forcing him to go over here. Because he sets it flat. So now Fox is going to take it. But because now you're clipped, Fox is going to turn the corner, come off tight. Now J. Will's forced to engage. Because he has to help contain the rock. I thought he was going to Gortov for a second. I was expecting him to hostage and then allow Wemby to Gortat, but he doesn't really set Gortats. So right here, he goes, he doesn't look to hostage. He'll just engage two. And now he's looking to roll. J-Mac, he's not pulled in. Shea is, but you're on the side of two when you're on that strong side. Unless you pull all the way over, you're not really going to do much. And it's also difficult for Shea to pull all the way over and help with the roll because right here you've got that drop off. Kenrick, he's pulled off the corner, trying to provide support to the rock. So if Shea does, he wouldn't be able to crack that and take that away. And then right here you can see J-Mac, he's not pulled in because he's concerned about this lift. Well, he actually doesn't lift here. Now he does. I don't know why Vassell's so late. And I don't know why J-Max is so concerned. But this is why it's dangerous when you have a roll line for Wemby on that single side, and that single side has Vassell. Because that shake and this roll, there's really nothing J-Mac can do. And even here, what is Lou doing? He sees that J-Will, he's got the rock, and he has no idea where Wemby is because I think he was going to veer it. And now he's wide open. But they've struggled to find him on these single sides because most times the Thunder are pretty ready. I just think in this lineup, even if they were ready, it's J-Mac. There's really nothing they can do. Alright, start of the third, starting off the quarter. Quick elbow catch. And they like this right here. Pretty good alignment. Champagny strong corner, probably better. Right here. Oh, so they did the right thing here. You can see, I was going to say, because Stephon, he's always in that weak dunker. And right here, Shet's going to communicate it with Shea as he empties out. You take Champagny. Let me take Stephon. Let me stay low. Wide hands. Tries to go middle, jab. Nope. Nope, he's there. Cut that off. You try to counter with a spin. It's good defense. And Shet was there ready. You see he pulled over. He was going to measure that. It's really difficult though. But because he was looking to make this low rotation, Shea's late to crack and put a body on Stephon. Now it's a jumping contest. He almost gets it between two. But I don't know how I feel about Wemby at the nail or elbows. He hasn't really converted. But then if he's in the mid post, it's easy to tilt. Yeah, it's kind of difficult to find him spots. But I wonder if they can play 5 out, have him in the dunker, and then try and look for ducking. Even try and look for cross, find him on the low block. Because the mid post, the nail, the elbows, he hasn't really been that effective. So 9 on the clock. Wemby obviously tagged Zay here. Shet's pulled in. Probably made that low rotation. But I'm not sure why he'd be low man. Because most times he's matched up with Champagny, but he's on that weak wing. So unless he was matched up with Vassell in this instance, he must have pre-switched with J-Mac because they exchanged. He told him, yo, I'll stay low. You just get ready to play too. Which would make sense. Then right here, Shea, he's pulled in. No respect for Castle on that weak side. He's actually going to counter right here. So he's got Zay. Zay jumps it. So he counters with a spin. Looking for an up and under. And Shea does the right thing. Don't stun, don't reach. High hands. Just provide help. Because right here, Shet's already there. Trust him. Force him to make the pass. Sprays to the corner. Swing, swing. He closes out, but now you peel. Good defense. But right here, so Wemby kind of does a no-look. Sprays it to the weak corner to where it's probably too low. So he can't adjust and get it to a shot pocket and quickly pull. But maybe Vassell just had to be in the deep corner. Because if he's deep corner, that's right in his shot pocket. He's probably able to just pull immediately. But because now J-Mac's closing out, he probably doesn't think he has enough time. So he's forced to make the swing. And then Shea, he's ready to X. He tries to catch and go here. He beats Shea, but right here, Shet, because he's already down there, all Shea has to do is peel off and allow Shet to contest that. Quick handoff, small to small. They don't have to switch it. See, Lou can take right here. Let's see, quick step up. All right, so now he's going to swing it back, flow into a quick step up. Shea reads it though, I can see. He peeks right there. checks his blind spot, but he sets it really flat. And so now he can't do anything but go over it. And this is dangerous now. At the same time, Vassell, he actually cut through and he's looking to empty out all the way on his strong side. So he's making a Danny Green. It turns into an exit. At the same time, shit, he's communicating it. Yo, just follow him because he wants to pull in and be ready and get on that weak side because you can see right here, Wemby, he's going to roll towards that single side. But right here, lose high. So shit has to get out there and take away that lob because if Zay steps out, it's done. And Zay's really compromised right here because of that screen by Wemby because he's forced to play too. He doesn't want to step out and contain the rock because, again, don't want to give up that roll line. So you have to allow him to eat that space. He eats that space, and he sees Shet off the exit. J-Mac follows, so now he's opening that dunker. He hits him, but it's a little awkward. This is really good defense, actually. Surprised it didn't break down because he's getting all the way downhill. But Zay actually stays with the roll and he's pointing, yo, take the rock. So instead of having Shet rotate all the way over to that weak side to contain it and have Zay take the rock, he'll just stay and trust that he's low enough to where he'll meet Castle. And then right here, the exit is a little slow. I think he wants to fill back, spot up in the corner, not a clean catch, swing, fully rotating, X. Lou does a really good job here. Again, they've taken away that two-man game, kind of with three. That's impressive because Lou was, he's kind of ready, but he's not fully in. He's still playing two here. You've got to just commit and give that up. But regardless, let's see. So now he makes that immediate touch pass, swing, try and catch him in rotation. Shea, he's ready to X out. You can see Zay, he's communicating it. Don't overreact. He tries to quickly attack. So now Shea can just meet him. He reads it. And now he's playing two. Where's Shet? Oh, because Shet, he jumped out. So they have two on a rock here. I was going to say, why is there not? Because you've got to hit him extra. Shet's really late. But I don't know where he's throwing it. Now down 20. And this is when the game started getting away from him. Double wrap into a double drag. That's how he sets it up. That's how he's feeling. And right here, obviously, Shea, he's looking to go under. But Wemby, he's going to hold him, clip him, release it. At the same time, Champagne's going to slip and look for a pop. And Shed actually communicates a point switch, so he'll take the rock. Shea, he'll take the pop. Yeah, Shea's even communicating it too. I can see his mouth moving. But now he's turned the corner, tight, reverse finish. So Castle, he's coming off. Quick hezzy. And I think he sees Shed communicating. And that's when he attacks. And because of how tight he's turning that corner, you can see Shet isn't really able to open up. He's kind of caught off guard. Now right there, he beats him. He kind of does. But I'm pretty sure if Stefan went to lay it on that strong side, Shet could possibly pin that. So really good use of the rim here. Reverse, use it as shield, and finish on that weak side. Now they really got to score. You can see quick drag. They're going fast. You can see playing at a delay. Everybody's pretty much 5 out here. And then, oh my goodness. Hezzy, tween. You can see Shea jumped it. I don't know why though. Because why are you looking to even go over? Maybe you want to shoot that gap and try and get back in front. Guess that wouldn't be too bad either, but Castle reads that. Hezzy, tween. Got you. And now you're behind. And now this is even worse because now look where Wemby's rolling. He's now rolling on that single side. And you've got J-Mac there. Again, a stressful situation because we've got Vassell. He's going to have that lift line at the same time as Wemby on that roll line. Obviously, what you should do is pull in and take that away. So be ready to tag and allow Vassell to be open on that shake line. But this is on Shea. I kind of get it, but that gamble cost him because let's say he goes under. I guess he could still be able to read it and make that reject. So maybe it was just a good reject. But if, let's say Shea goes under, Castle reads it, he takes it anyway, Wemby would be rolling on that 2 side, that side of 2, and you'd have Lou and Shet ready to tag and take away that roll. But because he gets middle here, now he gets the roll on that single side, and because he's really beat, Lou does the right thing. He's going to pull in, look to plug it, but you got to be more aggressive than that because now you can see how he's compromised. Zay doesn't know, do I help contain the rock or do I stay with my man? And because he doesn't, and you give a push, and one, really, really bad. And you can see right here, J-Mac, he tags, but he literally tags. You have to bump and put a body on him. And I'm surprised how soft this was. Because you actually have 4 defending, but you have to commit to the roll. You have to stay with the roll. And right here, Lou has to be way more aggressive in jamming Stefan here. Because if you allow him to exploit that space in the drop, you give him time to make that read in a comfortable pass. And right here you can see they're both pretty much in no man's land because they're both containing the rock, but it's not really containing the rock. So down 20. I think this is when they start making their run. You can see another double drag. But Wemby doesn't actually want to be involved. I think it's because he's usually the second screener. Because if he's first screener, it wouldn't really make sense. So maybe he sees that, sees Champagne, he's thinking, all right, let me just vacate. Take that drag right here. Shet's a little late. He's a little hesitant. And that does make sense because this is why they use Champagne in the double drags. They want to bring his ass up so that he's not the low man. Because obviously Shet wants to be there to protect the rim or be ready for any type of roll. So right here, even though he's matched up with Champagne, I think he wants to stay low and he wants Shea to just take it. Because if Shea takes it, you can just switch with Lou. But right here, there's no communication, and I don't think Shea realizes it. So he's looking back, that's my man, I gotta get down. And now you can't get that pre-switch. So now he's late to this drag. He's kind of low, he's there. And right here, Lou, he gets clipped, but he's able to fight over. But now you got 2 on a rock, hit him on the pop. Now you give him a closeout with the lead. He opens you up, pause step, and 1 reverse. Shea's sick. Why does he keep closing out like this? Where he's closing out with his lead. Because now you just give him an opportunity to open you up. And when you're opened up, as we've seen, the Spurs are able to use that space between them. You either get a big body bump or right here, take an inward angle right here on that big step. Now he gets up all that space. He pauses. Shit overreacts because he's a shot blocker. He wants to block it. Finishes on the reverse. Give up an and 1. And Shea's sick because he just gave 1 up. Back-to-back and 1s, that's not what you want to do. But right here, if he just communicated with Shea, they probably could have prevented that. 4-1 on the clock. This will never work. And this is what I was talking about too. Shet cannot bully the Spurs guards, especially Vassell. This is always going to be either a missed shot, him being stuck and having to get off it, or a turnover. Right here he tries. Look at the way he's just jamming him. Holding crazy too. He's trying to rip, go middle, one dribble, loses the rock, and then he reaches, he gets it. Now they're off and running. You push, you got numbers. Quick swing, quick stampede. I was going to lob that. That's fine though, because now Jay Will, he can't really commit. Well, actually he can because we got Shet here. But big finish. Quick throw ahead. Now you can see the pace picking up. And this is great too. You can see they're pretty much matched up, but look at all that space. In semi-transition, 5 out. Quick catch, rip base, nope. Cross back, open him up. He's trying to slide. Caruso, he tries to stunt. High pickup, split. And because he opened him up here, now because of that gap between the two, he's able to give a good bump. High pickup, split, bump him off. And now you touch paint. You can see Shed, he makes that low rotation, he's ready. Nope, I'll just spray, lay X. He finds Tracy from the corner. I think he no-look that too. Yeah, he does. No-look. Right here. J-Mac. Just ball watching crazy. Even Shea. Actually, the whole team just stargazing. Now we got more pace. You can see quick drag. Trying to bring Jared up. Gets Stephon an early mismatch on the switch. What's he do? Obviously, he's going to look to hedge. But big bump. And that's a crucial bump because now you push him all the way here on this strong side. So now as he's popping, look at how far that distance is in order to recover back. But you can't pull that. Stephon did everything for him right here. Big bump. Right? And you can see Caruso, he's trying to play two. Trying to allow and buy time for J-Mac to recover. And he's in reaction mode here. You've got to attack that. Quick rip, quick pump, attack base. Because now if Jay Will makes that low rotation, even though Shet's doing the right thing and cracking on Wemby, Wemby's got inside positioning. You might have a chance to engage Jay Will and still find that lob. But you settling for the pop, all that space and separation that Castle created off that big bump as he was trying to hedge is now gone. There's no advantage. He couldn't get the switch. You couldn't exploit that. But now Keldon, he's unmarked. Why? Because Shet was putting a body. Jay Will's ready to rotate. Now you've got 2 on him. Crashes unmarked. Comes over from that weak side, secures it. Quick swing, he steps into the tray, and that's a rhythm shot for him. Right here you can see, this is why these shots off a no board are the most dangerous. Most times, defense is naturally collapsed, and most times because they were getting back on defense, now they get to step into that tray, and it's in rhythm. Now you get a stop, quick get off, and you reach. You gamble deep in that backcourt. Now you get burned for it. Let's see. Shea backpedaling. So he's got to take the rock. And right here, J-Mac, he's already back. So you can take him. Queso, he was going to take the rock. But now you've got everybody on the strong side. And obviously he's trailing. So Vassell's got to be in that weak corner wide open. And he's going to trade that. Again, more pace. And I like that Stephon right here, he didn't just immediately look to spray that because Caruso's kind of sitting right there on that line. So he's going to wait, he's going to all the way across, engage Caruso too, to now high line, 2 with Harp, don't even see him, and now he's very open, and now he's trying to make that cross-court closeout. It's impossible. Quick 2-man game. 15, yeah, it must have been a drag. So he's cutting through, Gonna empty out. We've got him lifting on the shake. He's actually rolling towards that single side. But obviously because I think Caruso went under, he's already there. So Zay doesn't have to worry about helping contain the rock. He can just retreat with that roll. So nothing. That's usually so dangerous, but again, just finding nothing there. Now he's cutting through. I'm not sure. I thought he could have just set a quick pin in here. Because if you're going to cut through and empty out, you could sit in that dunker or just set this pin in because you can see Queso, he's pulled in. You pin him in, Shea can't get out, he can't get out. But right here, he catches, Queso's out there. Great slide. This is a great closeout too. No lead to attack. Doesn't have to open up. He slides. And again, he's trying to go back to that wrap. And it's just raggedy. And now he's kind of low. He can recover. Shea's going to lag as he empties out because Keldon was just late as hell here. I don't know what he was doing. Now he's got two. He's stuck. He makes it though. Quick X. And then he's going to fully rotate from the weak side. Scramble defense. Chases his own miss. And just sprays it back up top. Everything just happened so fast. Good job here. He takes that away. J-Mac, ready to X. And right here you can see Hart, yeah. Hart kind of loses track here of Wemby because he's going to vacate and look to spot up. But right here, Caruso and Tennas are up. Even though he's kind of ball watching, he sees there's not going to be an X. He's going to rotate, fly by from the weak side. Fresh 14, 10 left. Not bad. Get back into your offense. He's going to call it off. Yo, I can't tell if he's calling for a ball screen or he's calling it off and waving Wemby away. Yeah, maybe you don't want to get that in because, again, you got two lockdowns. They'll just switch it. So now what are you going to do? Oh, so now Caruso, he's trying to scram this. Why would you scram it right now? That's crazy. He sees it. Now he's going to pop back. You're in rotation. 6 on the clock. Yo, cut out the corner. He shoots it. That's crazy they got away with this. Why would Caruso even try to scram this with Hart when he's all the way down here? In Wemby's face too is the craziest part. Wemby sees it. What, are you crazy? Immediately flashes back. And I'm surprised right here that Keldon doesn't just cut out the corner. Because I'm pretty sure J-Mac does not even know what's happening. You can see he's trying to make sense of what's happening. He checks, he still hasn't seen where Keldon is. And now two jump out to him. Cut. Does he not read that? Wemby read it fast. Caruso's waving it right here. He's looking for that scram. He doesn't even process it. Because if he does, if he flashes right here, I don't think Hart would even know. Because he's thinking we're scramming this. And now you got two on a rock. You're wide open. Down 11. Cornette's back in. But they've made a run. And right here we've got him. And this is what I need to see. Those ball screens haven't been working. I just need you to get a damn bucket. Forget all of those ball screens. Get a matchup you want. I don't know why it'd be Queso, honestly. In this lineup, Champagny should be in it. Bring Kenrick's ass up there and just fry him. Right here, small to small. They're just going to switch that. It's two lockdowns. They're comfortable. So now you want to attack Queso? At least right here, Cornet, he does the right thing. He's going to vacate, empty out, give Fox that single side. Not great because it's Keldon, but still. And right here, Shea doesn't help. I mean, he's already pulled in, but now he's looking to fall back. And maybe it's because right here, Fox does that little hang dribble. So it almost looks like he's going to spray it, and I think that's what he reacts to. Has to be. Otherwise, he's going to plug that. and force him to spray. That kind of fakes him out. And nope, he's going to keep his dribble, look to attack, spin off, and a push off. Now Queso, he's on his heels. And I actually think he steps on Hart's foot right here because Hart, he's actually looking to help up. You can see he's looking to stab at it. But all that really did was basically trip Queso. Because right here, that step, I think he slips off that. So now he loses balance. Yeah. And now you can see he can't contest it. 16 again. Ball screens haven't been working. Small to small. Bring Shea's ass up here. Hunt him. And now again, you can see it's pretty much the same thing. Cornet, he's going to vacate. Empty out to that weak dunker. And this is pretty good because now you got Champagne in that strong corner. But he actually switches that. So Shea's actually going to hedge it. But now it's Keldon. I guess that's probably why. Because now it's Keldon on the pop. He's getting off it early. Quick catch and go though. That works though. But it's in air. How does he not burn him here? Catch. Queso does the right thing too. He's going to pull over. Quick stunt. And now he's going to fall back because you don't have to respect that spray. You're trying to deter him from driving and forcing him to make that spray to that line. But right here, the way Shea hedged and how aggressive it was, I'm surprised he can't beat Shea here. I guess, I don't even think Keldon expected that. Because right here, he could have set it and looked to slip. But he's stationary. So by the time he catches it, you can already see Shea, he's already lower than him. And now he's able to slide, cut it off. You try to go up strong, but you can't. Now you get a stop, push, Queso, he's got him. Let's see. He's even going to load. He's trying to read it. Nothing. He takes, you take. So good communication here by Shet. He sees that Zay's behind, so what's he do? He'll just take Cornet and have Hart peel off onto Vassell wide. But he just beats Queso right here. Oh, he reaches. So Queso kind of reaches right there. Now you can't open up and slide with him. Can't set his feet. Turns the corner tight, beats him. Goes inside, uses momentum against him. Stops right in that pocket. Because now you can see, shit, he can't really help up. And this is what I need from Fox. If I'm the Spurs, yo, you just have to take over. You got to get buckets. In transition, cool, but in the half court, you got to get to these spots and make them. Yeah, the pace is definitely picking up. Another throw ahead. But right here, I can't tell if Shet does not want to get cross-matched with Harp or not. It kind of looks like he's communicating with someone. And then even right here, it looks like he's throwing his hands up. Not sure who he'd be communicating to. But right here, catch, jab, he jumps. And Dill Harp does not want to attack him. Catch, jab, he jumps it. You open him up. And now you've got all that gap between you and him to get a big body bump. And as we've seen all series, he cannot guard you. Get a big body bump, get to the rim, get to your spot, short jumper, whatever. Or set him up, spin back, get to your left. But even on that great setup, he's not even looking to attack. You can see right here, he's already looking it off. He's looking to the weak side. And Vassell reads it. He's cracking. He lifts, catch, pull, back, close out. And get 4. Yeah, count him up. I'm just more shocked that Harp is looking to swing it. 18 on the clock. So this must have been a quick drag. You can see Cornet just cleaned his ass up. Now J Will's forced to veer, which is fine because you can see the thunder in the gaps. Nail help. So as he's snaking, He really has nothing to attack. He stunts, but now he's looking to lift. Quick go and catch. Shet's trying to recover. He does the right thing though. He helps contain the rock. He stunts, but now he's kind of wide, and this is what Champagne does really well. These go and catches. Already on the move. Beat that closeout. But now, as he's looking to release and slip, now he's able to lag. Does he take rock now? You can scram that. No, they don't. Because right here, Queso can just take Champagne and have Shet fall back onto Cornet here. Quick little scram. But he backs up now. No, you take him. So you want to just concede that mismatch? Then he's going to pull back his dribble. Little hezzy. In and out. And again, look at Shet. He's always in a situation where it's his lead. So now it's pretty much a closeout with your lead. And now what's he going to do? He's going to open you up. No, he doesn't. He actually just push dribble. Pulls it all the way back out. What is going on? I thought he was going to attack that because that's a tight angle. But maybe because he sees Vassell, he's looking to lift, vacate. He thinks Shane might do a little stun. So now you push dribble, pull him back out. And then quick cross. Big body bump. Dang, it worked out in the end. But again, this is why I'm telling. Well, not telling, but this is why I'm saying Dill Harp should have just attacked him because he cannot guard the Spurs guards. So now we've got 10 on the clock, 10-point game. They've kind of stabilized the game, honestly. And right here, Fox, not sure how he's got Shet on him. Queso's on Champagne, so they must have gotten a switch somehow. And right here, Cornet, he's doing the right thing. Instead of just sitting in the dunker, he's looking for that pin-in on Queso. Open up that skip to the weak corner. Because J-Will sees this. So he's ready to rotate. So that's a really good read. But I don't even know if Fox is looking for that. I think he sees this and he's thinking, I just got to fry. And that's the right thing to do. Anytime they've got Shet in front of him, just fry his ass. Until he can guard the rock, just keep going at him. And right here, he's actually opened up and not giving a lead for De'Aaron to attack, so he can actually slide here. And obviously, low man, he's going to pull in. And right here, Queso. So he was so concerned about that pin-in and potentially that skip that he's actually looking to just get back. I don't even know if he realizes that De'Aaron's driving here. He doesn't, but now he turns and now he sees. But now you don't put a body on him. So off that miss, it's a cleanup for Cornet. And now he realizes it. And he's thinking, shit, that's me. I've got to put a body. But now he's really late. And he gets away with a crazy-ass goaltend. And that's because he overreacted. I think if he just checked and knew that he was driving, I don't think he would overreact. Because he would still be here. And he would just crack Cornet instead. But because he realized, oh, he's actually driving here, and he just left where he should have just put a body, now he's kind of in overreaction mode. And because of that, I think that's what caused him to jump and just goaltend it. He's just thinking, oh, I messed that up. I just got to get it out of there. And he gets away with it, which is crazy. That was close to an offensive goaltend, but I think the rock did spill out. But right here, taps it. I'm pretty sure the rock is in the cylinder. I don't know if it touched the rim, but I think it was in cylinder. So he gets away with that. Cornet, he's sick. Rightfully so. But now you got a great look for Vassell because, again, off and no board, because this is essentially no board. Defense is collapsed. You're looking to get back. It turns into a trail tray. He gets to step into this in rhythm. Up top, one of his favorite spots too. Pretty good closeout by Shea though. Kind of reads it. Good flyby. Still dangerous to give up. Now it's the start of the fourth. They somewhat stabilized the game. Down 10. Still in it. He's coming off. He's in a drop. Must have been a Spain. Misdirection Spain. They actually don't run Spains anymore. I don't know why either. Right here he comes off. He's going over. He's in a drop. Shit, he's communicating. Yo, follow that empty. I'm there. Because now he's rolling. Single side. Well, kind of a double side for a split second because now he's looking to fill behind. Sprays to the weak corner. Two-way close. You attack that close. He shows. Actually worked out. Again, Stefan's very good at reading the low man and making these sprays or skips to the weak corner. But right here, he attacks, fly by. So now he's got to show he does the right thing. Quick flash. Catch, strong gather. Now Hart's back. Goes vertical. He tries to dunk it, I think. Yeah, he's going up really strong, so I can see why. But soft touch, it might be two. Now we've got another two-man game. It's set pretty low, though. We've got to set him higher. Get as much space as possible. You don't want to allow the Thunder just shrink the floor. But this is a pretty good situation. I think he's slipping, and as he was releasing, Queso was trying to go under, but he couldn't, so now he's forced to go over. And this is when it gets dangerous. Because right here, no, he doesn't want to eat that space. Most times, if Castle sees this, he's going to eat all that space up, engage Hart, and now we've got Wemby rolling on that single side. But right here, he reads that tag, hits Fox, no. He makes a throw. He threw it to the ref. I can't blame him though because the colors are damn near the same. It's black and gray. That's funny as hell. But I'm also surprised, maybe because he sees that in his peripheral, so he's thinking, oh, he's wide open on that wing. But it's really a single side tag. He would have had a lob here. This is a great situation because we've got shit on that strong side. He's not pulled all the way over to the weak side. It's a single side with Caruso. And because of this separation and that space that Wemby was able to create off that slip, now if he eats up all that space, Zay has to take the rock. He can't retreat with the roll. And even here, if he tries to tag by himself or with Queso, just throw it up. Easy too. Now we've got more two-man game, but it's going to be Fox and Wemby. And they've got to go to this more, especially when their half court isn't working. Just get it in his hands, and hopefully he can make plays, because that's why they brought him in. Situations like this. He's coming off, great screen. You've got J-Mac cleaned. He's in a drop. You've got all that space. That's a midi. Right here, Hart is pointing. Maybe he's telling someone to veer it? Or plug that? I don't know. But right here, why is Fox looking for the pop? He's behind. He's in a drop. I guess because Caruso's going to stunt. I feel like he's not even looking to be aggressive, though. Because you should be aggressive, and if they take it away, then you make the pop. But right here, he's just looking for the pop. He could have just got to a spot, quick midi. Or even here. The way they're shrinking the floor here, he's pulling all the way in. I don't even know if Shet sees him here. He should just cut back door. Regardless, pop. Good job by Shet. He's going to rotate from the weak side and commit, but you live with that. Was that off a turnover? I think it was. So now he's pushing. You've got numbers. Wemby. He's running right down the gut. He's actually got positioning on Shed here. That's why he makes that throw ahead. But he kind of forced it because Wemby's not really expecting it. And he's kind of throwing into space, which I get too, but now you throw it behind him. He can't reach for it. Even here, okay, so he's reading that all the way. Now he gets to it. Off a turnover too. Because he's already turning his head. I messed that up. And now you got 2 below the break. You're going to push. Quick get off. Now you got numbers. Quick find. You gamble. Nope. Gamble again. Fly by. So what should have been an easy 2 turned into an easy 2 for the Thunder. And that's a 4-point swing. Down 12. About 10 minutes to go. Looking for the handoff. And Wemby just reaches. Give me that. It's kind of lazy there. Falls right to Harp. Caruso tries to dive too. Can't. And then right here he's complaining. Harp, what does he do? Slight little hold. Delay his run. But he's still there. Now Queso's got to take the rock. You still get behind the defense. Lob. He smokes that. How often do you see that? But that's another bad lob because look at it. It's dying. It's got to be higher. You just got to throw that shit all the way up. Lead him to the rim because now he's got to try and guide it home instead of just throwing it high where he can just punch it in. You can see the rock is dying right there. It's got to be all the way here. The trajectory is all off. So now he's got to try and, but now he gets blocked by the rim. At least he gets it. So he follows it, he gets to it, swing back up top. Now off the O-board, you get to it, swing back up top, hit your trailers. He's pointing. Right here, Shed, he's able to get there in time because he was trailing. Queso cross court. J-Mac, full rotations. It's a disciplined closeout because they swung that quick. Around the world, touch pass. Right here, J-Mac. Stick up, wide angle. I don't know if that's a shot though. It looks good, but J-Mac got out there quick. And I think it's got to be right here. I think Fox has to attack that closeout because he's coming from cross court. Pass fake. If he fans out, you attack at middle. You can see these two are hugged. If Hart helps up, now you got a lob for Wemby because J-Mac won't be able to put a body. He's more concerned about this. So all he had to do was attack, engage, lob, or drop off. 19 on the clock. Looking to attack him off the dribble quick. Which I kind of get. Open floor, they're not really set. Right here, Caruso. He's going to lag, actually. Provide support, just quickly load to the ball. Because I think his man, Dill Harp. Because right here, Keldon's already in the corner. Now he's telling Keldon, yo, you lift, let me fill the corner. At the same time, we've got Shet. He's communicating with Queso because he wants to stay low man, so he's probably telling him, yo, you take Keldon. I guess in this situation, he'll take Fox. Caruso's kind of in no man's land. He's reading it, trying to fan out. You take. He gets the block. I can kind of see why he's pulling that because on this exchange, as he's filling the corner and as he's lifting, you would expect these two to be confused, but they're not because even right here, Queso, he's doing a 360. What's going on? And maybe Caruso's communicating it because his mouth was moving. You take, I'll take. So X rotation. 12 on the clock. Must have looked a stunt. So maybe he made the entry. Dill Harp cutting through, emptying out. quick free stun before he follows the empty. Now he's going to drift, give him space, and he's actually going to pull him out. Not just attack from the elbow. Kind of the same thing though, because you can see the alignment. 4 out, 1 dunker, athletic guard. And good news, we've got shit on the strong side, so he's not low man. So now you can actually attack. All he can do is stunt. Let's see. Tween, Hezi, 1 dribble. He does stunt. Queso's looking to make that low rotation. It's an early pickup. Off glass, trying to follow his own miss. Trying to tap it around. Can't get to it. He couldn't split this. High pickup. That stunt forced him into an early pickup. But high pickup, split is strong. It's Queso. You're all the way to the rim. You just have to beat this, but I guess he couldn't. And then he also couldn't do that follow-up on the second jump. Down 14. Get back to your two-man game. He's going to chase over. He's going to slip. So on this release, that forces Hart to now retreat with him. But look at where he's rolling. That roll line is on the side of 2. Double taggers. And you've got shit there as that low man. Big bump. He's actually going to go for the lay, which is the right read. Because everybody on the Thunder is concerned about that roll. You can see he's retreating. He's got a bump. He's all the way over there. Straight line drive. He's behind. Strong gather too. But then last second, Hart actually commits to it. Forces a miss, but by doing that, there should be a cleanup. Shit, tries to put a body. He can't. And gets that put back. Yeah, if he taps it around like that, you're never getting it. Down 10, 6:25 to go. So game's still within reach. They just need something easy. And right here, a stagger for Vassell. Don't remember the last time he got a play call. Right here, J-Mac, top blocking, trying to stay attached. Fights through that first one. Fights through that second one. He's still pretty attached right here. Now he's curling off. Low man, he pulls in. Can't finish the lay. That was really good defense. Right here by Caruso. Make it tough. Don't give up an easy pass. Kind of reaches, right? Yeah. Even looks for the kick. Make it difficult. But now he's coming off. He's curling tight. Great low man. Even here, Hart, he communicates it. Instead of him overreacting, which bigs do, he knows he's the high man. Trust Shea. And Shea, he's already the lane line. Pulls in. He's there. Vassell sees it. And now instead of finishing strong on that strong side, he's forced to adjust. Try finish with the off arm on the weak. He smokes it. Down 13, 6 to go. We've got Stephon back in. Quick horns. He's going to take Wemby's screen, obviously. And right here, Caruso doesn't even expect it. He was opening up for Champagne's. But then Wemby sets it flat. He tries to swivel. Can't. He's cleaned. Now Castle, he's turning the corner. And right here now, he's forced to drop. But then right there, J-Mac. Big bump. Do not give him that roll line. And it would have been a single side, but because of this horns, it turns into a double side. So now this is just a high bump. Queso's pulled in. There's no roll. And right here, Stephon's turning the corner clean, but you can see he's looking for the roll because it looks like a perfect situation. He's behind, so he knows he can hostage Caruso. He knows he can eat up all this space in that drop and engage Hart. So all he has to do is wait for Wemby's roll. But this high bump, there's no roll line. So when he gets here, he sees it. And at the same time, Shea, he's stunting off the strong corner, which is what he should do, especially against Keldon. And now, that's really his only option. But right here, you can see the entire time, all Castle is looking for is the roll. So even though he could score himself, he's not thinking to score. He's thinking lob first, then score. If he was just coming off and seeing all the space and thinking score first, if he gets to this pocket, he's ready to pull that. Or he's attacking aggressively, but he's not. And I need him to be more aggressive. Well, not me, but the Spurs. I think the Spurs, you've got to think to score too. Him and Fox, get to your pockets. Don't just worry about trying to feed him. You've got to be a threat. And if they're a threat, they have to start honoring that. And that will loosen up all this help in the tags. He sprays it, he fans out. Even if he makes that, the Thunder live with it. Now Dill Harp's got the rock, you can see. Quick little step up on that clear side, try and get him. The J-Max switch. Queso, what's he do? Goes under 2. He gets to recover. You blow that up. Now he's trying to attack Queso, but you can see Shea pulling over. But it's Queso anyway. So you're fine with it. One dribble, nope, he's cut off. Drop dribble, spin. Try and get back middle. But now Shea's there. He'll just peel onto him very aggressively. And now you've got Caruso playing 2. Spray to the corner. Quick X. Again, you live with that. They were settling a lot this quarter. So now 12 on the clock. Quick little step up. More two-man game. They've got to get something out of this. Right here, Caruso just shoots under. He's there early. At the same time, Vic, he's yelling at Castle to get out. Cut through and empty. Oh, they're looking for a Clipper down. 15 down, whatever you want to call it. So this was for Vassell. That was all fluff. It was a misdirection. Even here, he's sick. You can see Vassell. Get out, man. He's trying to wave him off. So Castle has no idea about the play. I don't think I've ever seen him run this for Vassell. Ball screen flow into a pin down? I've actually never seen that. Not that I can recall. So maybe that's why Stefan's not ready for it? But now it's too late. They can now read it. Because now he's got his antennas up. Right? They all see it. All this communication. Now he's able to chase, skinny over, and even here. Caruso, he sees it. Quick stunt, low to the ball. That's a really tough pull. Coming off right, left. As great of a shooter he is, it's a really tough shot. They should run that for him more, though. It should be a staple if it's not. Because I really can't recall if I've ever seen that for him. 2:30 left, down 14. This was pretty much the last shot. Because they waved the white flag after this. Garbage time. Again, quick throw ahead. He's there, though. Get it back. Got a matchup you want. Hezzy pull. Can't make it. That was pretty much the game. I think in transition, again, they're very, very dangerous in transition. And that's why they're such a good team, because their defense is so good. They can get stops and just run out, play fast. And that's what they did in the first. And they got up early. But I think in the half court, they've got to be better. The double drags haven't really worked. Their two-man game hasn't worked. And I think they've got to start using Wemby's gravity on the roll. Because they know that that's hard, though. Because the Thunder do play it with 4. Yeah, it's really hard. Dill Harp still got to be more aggressive, though. Champagny, Vassell, more spot-ups. I think you can look for more stuff for Vassell. Stefan, he's been fine. Maybe some turnover issues, but I need more from Fox. Because in games like this where it's stagnant and your half court is really struggling, there's a reason he's here. He's brought in to get a bucket. I don't care if it has to be in the two-man game with Wemby, if it's got to be in a clear side looking for a hunt. He's got to be more effective and more aggressive because, again, that's why they brought him in. Games like this